So are these budget-friendly watercolor supplies actually worth it? Well, today I'm unboxing Meeden paints and brushes and putting them to the test with a foxglove painting, so stick around. A special shout out to my patrons, and if you want the full video and a printable sketch, they are over on my Patreon and you can try it free for 7 days if you want to paint along with me. Hello everyone, so I got in some more goodies, this time by Meeden. And I thought, again, I would do an unboxing and we do a quick review on them. Now, this is the first time I'll be using them. I've not had any Meeden paints before or paint brushes. I do have my Meeden container here, my water container, which I've been using for quite a long time, and I love it. It's a little dual-sided one. And I do love my Meeden paper, so we're going to try their brushes and their watercolor paints today, so stick around. Let's see what they got. So let's do the brushes first. It is a 9-pack. Watercolor brushes, soft stroke, no hair shedding. Let's see what we got. Oh, they're each done in their own little container. Like, that's really nice packaging, I must say. They're not going to get damaged in there. How many are? So there's 9, and it must be just all different sizes. A 1, a 2, a 3, 5, 6. Must be a 4 in here. There's the 4. 4, 5, 6, a 7, an 8. Whoa, look how big that one is. And a 9. And I'm also going to open up the watercolor paint set. Okay, this is heavy. I like the little swirl, little cool design on the top. It's not just a plain white box. That's neat. You ready? Oh, we lost one. Get back in there. Okay, so these are all the colors. Oh, cool. I like that because we have a nice clear sheet you can keep. It's not going to get ruined when you are dealing with water and watercolor. So that is a great idea. Nice plastic sheet that will stay forever. Like these that I always mess them up. So it's got 2 of those sheets with it. Okay, that's definitely the fluorescent. I've never had fluorescent watercolors. So let's see what's under here. Oh, look at that. It's even got a little tray. It looks like it's removable. So a little mixing tray. All of these colors, you guys. Wow. I'm really curious to see how these all work. Comes with a nice little brush. I'm gonna look at these real quick. So that's probably that's that one. And that's this one. Look at that. It fits right over the top of him. That's great. And then we also have our little pencil. And these are the little sponges. Oh, what is this? A little eraser, a little sponge, and a big sponge, which is nice. So when you're working in your palette, and you dip in, you can wipe off the excess. I got a nice spring to it. So those are like every color you can imagine. These are all the metallics up here and the fluorescent. And I'm guessing that these here are the macaron colors. Wow. There are a lot of colors. Say as I'm opening these, I'm probably going to keep these little plastic tubes. Like that's great when you're traveling. You can throw them in there. Look how like squatty it is. I realized how short they were. So they should be pretty easy to handle. I've been working with longer brushes lately, so this is like a real squatty one. Nice and thick, big. So I'm going to go back, finish cleaning all of those. It looks like there is no, this is the ferrule's plastic with wire around it. And it's just covered here. And these are probably glued in here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and just swatch out all of these colors. You don't need to watch all this. We'll speed it up for you and we'll take a look at the swatches once they're complete. Gorgeous colors, I have to say. Just very pretty. I can't wait to play with them and see how they're going to react when I paint with them. Once I'm going to choose a 7. And I probably will use a 2 and maybe a 1. But also the paint kit came with this little one as well, and it's probably about a 1. These are a little softer. This one's got a really good snap to it, so this is good probably for some more detail. And then I also have Meeden Watercolor Paper Cold Press. This was 20 sheets, 5x7, acid free. I love the 100% cotton. And I've been using this. I bought this myself as well. I've been using it for quite some time. It's in the block form, which is nice, as I can just paint without having to tape anything down on that. All right, so I'm going to do a little light background for this one. And I'm going to use my big brush, the big mop. Now this thing does hold quite a bit of water. I think I'm going to use apple green, some grass green, and maybe I might try a few of them. The olive green, maybe deep moss. I'm going to throw in a bunch of different greens. There's also a deep green that's really, really pretty. It's almost it's very dark. It's actually darker than what it looks here. Let me show it to you from this one. Deep moss green, which I really like that color, and black green. It's got that as well. That's the color I'm thinking of. It's really, really pretty. So I might use a bunch of those different greens in here. Those greens, use a sap green. You can add some burnt umber to it, ultramarine to change up your greens. And if you didn't get a chance last Tuesday, I just did a whole video on mixing greens, so you can check that out if you don't have the Meeden kit, because there's a lot of choices in here. So I'm going to wet this first in the back. And then I think for colors, I'm probably going to use some of the pinks. I might use the pale magenta, Barbie pink. I might really just kind of have fun with the pinks. We've also got a deep magenta, a plum purple. So all of those colors I think would be very pretty in here. So we might play around with all of those. And then I'll be using some yellow for the center, or permanent yellow for the center of the little white flowers. I'm going to kind of work around those when I wet this. Let's go ahead and just wet the background. And again, this is a great size brush because you can do this pretty quickly. So I'm just going to go with water around the outside first. And as I paint it in, I'll come a little closer to it. This is what I do usually when I don't want to use masking fluid. This brush has such a nice point to it, so it's really easy to go in around some of those small areas. So I'm going to start with that apple green. Look how pretty that is. It's so vibrant. Use a few other greens. This is the olive green that I've got in here. We're going to add just some shadows. And you can see I'm just touching around the little white flower. So I'm not actually painting the flower. I'm painting around the flower, which with that being all wet and with that little tiny point in there, you can see I get a nice little mark. So super easy to do the flowers and around there. And I'm not adding green, the darker green everywhere. I'm letting some of that blend naturally. You can see where that might be a few little leaves that are coming up across the top here. And I will just fan out some more. This will be pretty light because it's going to dry a little bit lighter, and I've got most of the darkness down here. Now I'm adding in some of that gorgeous black green that was in there. And that is just absolutely beautiful. Just a couple more around the edges of that flower. And so now I've got 3 different colors in here. I think it just makes it pop a little bit more. It really gives you some bold statements in here. And again, that brush was a great shape to create that leaf shape with. So I'm going to rinse it off, and now we're going to work in the center for the flower. All right, we're back. We're all dry. And now we're going to go to a little bit smaller brush to get in around some of these areas. So again, I'm going to start with a really light shade of pinks. We'll start with magenta, and we'll go just a little bit watered down. So we have the magenta here, nice pale pink when you add a lot of water to that. So that's a pretty shade. So I'm just going to dab in around. I'm going to leave a little circle. It's going to be a little darker on the inside. Now these are really super small, so you're not going to see a whole lot. And they're a trumpet shape, so I'm going to just extend the top of that out just a little bit more. I just have to use a Barbie pink. Just because it's Barbie pink. How can I not? So I'm going to go in darker in the center with that Barbie pink. And we can let some of that blend. See how it's still wet? So I can drop in around and it just softens ever so slightly. So I can go in a little bit darker and give ourselves a little bit of a stem in here. So it's got some white in there. and then some green. Just filling in some of those little areas where there was a little bit more white. Try not to get the center of the flower. Okay, and then we'll get a little yellow center. I think I'm going to use the permanent yellow. Just put a little dot in here. So I want to go with that darker. I think I'm going to use either the garnet red or the plum purple. Let's see what that, oh, that plum purple is pretty. I'm just going to try the garnet red as well. Well, they're both pretty. So that's got a little bit more deeper purple. I think I might go with this one only because it's a little bit darker than that one. I'm not sure if that one's going to show up enough. So I'm going to come in with that one just a little bit more in the center. So they have just a little bit more definition, and they have some dotting that they have in the center of those. Such a pretty little flower. I continue to work around the flower, creating the centers, leaving some white space, and adding a little bit of definition for that trumpet shape. Okay, I think that might be it. Maybe a little splatter down the front, just for splatter's sake. So overall, my first time playing with these, I'm really impressed with this 96-piece set. The colors are super vibrant, they activated very quickly, and they mixed really well, which is always a big one for me. And the brushes are super soft, and I actually love the shorter handles. This is the first time I've really used brushes with the real short handles, but it did give me a lot of control when I was painting those details on the foxglove. So I haven't fully tested the metallics or the fluorescent yet, so I'll definitely keep playing with those. And the only thing I'm a little unsure about right now is the plastic around the ferrule. We'll see how that holds up over time. But first impressions, really fun set to work with. I did look around and I don't find anything that Meeden publishes for a full transparent light fastness or staining chart for this kit. So I would say it's a student hobby kind of grade, and it does market it as light fast and non-toxic, but they don't list the ratings per color, which usually means it's a mixed pigment set. And light fastness might be a little inconsistent across colors, but I think they say that they hold up well, but the neon, fluorescent, the bright ones are more prone to fading over time if they're exposed to light. More than likely, they have some decent pigments in here, but they might have some dye, so I wouldn't rely on this for gallery or archival work. Anyway, I absolutely loved the colors. I loved using them. I loved the brushes. They were so easy to use. I did not get any shedding from them either. So if you want to try these out yourself, check them out. They did graciously give me a 12% off coupon for you, and I will link that below in the description box. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe if you are a new watercolorist. So we've got tons of stuff, and you can check out my watercolor playlist and my floral playlist, which I think will help you get a little bit looser in your florals. And if you want to dive in deeper, I have a 7-day floral class that's got over, I think, 62 lectures, over 9 hours of video in there. So I'll put a link down below for you if you want to check that one out. And I would love to know if you've tried these Meeden brushes before, or the paints, and what your thoughts are on them. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.